Today we'll be speaking with Mr. Rotimi Adejol as a Chief Information Officer, and Tolulokpe Awode is the Chief Technology Officer at Digitvant Microfinance Bank. Together they'll be shedding light on what to expect right here with your entry into the market. It's good to have you both.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So you guys have been quite busy. I've been following all your moves in Abuja and Lagos, and it's great to have you both here. But definitely access to finance, a big issue right now. I'll start with you, the CIO. You recently, went public, and definitely your app, your platform, seeing people, gaining access. I get a peep on it on the App Store yesterday. I saw over 10,000, downloads, and I'm like, that's quite, impressive. So, give me an overview of your vision. Entering this market. What are you seeing as the major problem, and how are you helping, gain access for most of these users?
All right. Yeah. Good morning once again, and thank you for having us. So, Digitvant Microfinance Bank, it's licensed by the CBN and insured by the NDIC to carry out various range of businesses and banking services, from loan, investment, and savings. So, and what sets us apart in the market is the fact that we don't sit in the comfort of our office. We go out there to meet with the traders, the petty traders, the artisans, and what have you. So, in order for them to understand the essence of financial literacy. Because most of the time we realize that a lot of these people in the lower rung of the economy, they don't really understand. They see banks as Shylocks, people that they just come out after your interest. But we are in the space to ensure that we design loans that will protect their dignity, not just about creating credit, but about protecting their own dignity. So in order for them to be financially independent, so we go out to them. We have various products that is designed for them. So we go out to the market. We've done a lot of market series in a lot of traditional markets in Lagos and some parts of some other rural areas of Nigeria. So that's what we do. We go to them. We teach them about financial literacy. We make account opening seamless for them, so that they will be, it will give them better access for them to access capital.
Right, because it's quite interesting. You go to the markets these days. There's a fintech account available for most of the women. They hardly give traditional bank accounts.
So we are not an elitist bank. So we are really, our bank is a combination of digital innovation combined with community-driven, solutions. So that's why we are doing a combination of brick and mortar and technology.
All right, let's look at the tech now. I'll come to you, Mr. Tolulokpe. So you describe yourself as a digitally driven financial institution. How is your technology, enabling all of this? Because at the end of the day, your target audience there and the people the markets you're going to, sometimes most of them don't know how to use technology. And I'm wondering how you make your tech easy, for these kind of people.
All right, thank you once again for having us. And then also, I will pivot from what Rotimi has said earlier. We present Digitvant as simple, easy to use, and also use relevant technologies for both market women, people that we consider that are not too literate, and those that are highly sophisticated users. Everybody wants simplicity. The model that we use is a simple approach for all technologies. In terms of access for people that are in the rural area that don't have access to probably internet, we have a drive for financial inclusion, give them technologies that is able to give whatever they need also. We have technologies that, after all, some of them have phone. It might not be smartphone. They have USSD. Then we also have the use of agent awareness. We have agent location cut across. Is growing. And then we'll make it easy for them. If you open accounts with any of these non-sophisticated approach, like you use SST to open an account, by the time you grow, maybe you also have a smartphone, you can actually also migrate. But the basic thing that people want to do, they want to have access to financial world. They want to also send and receive money. They want to do loan like any other person. They want to do investments. And we should not also deprive them because probably they are far away. And people that are close by, they have advantage. And one of the things that is very key for us, the word Digitvant is a spread of two words, digital advantage. So currently we are taking advantage of
I figured that in my head.
It's an advantage for
Right.
everyone, and I'll give details to it maybe as we proceed. We're riding on data to assist people. Maybe when we get to deeper to that area, we'll be able to give you the insight into how we are helping people, assisting them with our support team that are readily available with technology and the advisory using all this machine learning and the likes.
Right, and definitely I know AI is going to play a big part in that.
Exactly.
And we're going to definitely get to that. But, there's also that issue of, financial independence, and recently we did see the consumer protector there talking about, putting down rules for most of the digital lenders, at this point. And you also spoke about, loans, and definitely I want to expect that your loans are not the type that would, the interest rate that will press somebody's neck. But how are you able to, balance, profitability and still, make things affordable, for your users so that they can actually get, financial independence?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, it's all about the people, because it's people that keep you in business. So what we do constantly, and it's about constant engagement with market associations to know what exactly is their need. What do they actually need? Because some people, you might think they need so much money, but they just need a little money for them to be able to achieve their financial dream. So it's about sitting with them, engaging them, know their need. And there's a product that we have called Market Money. We've been able to empower over 50,000, businesses. In fact, a lot of people who have never have access to banking services, I mean, we've become their first experience in terms of banking experience, and they've been able to access credit, access small credit, micro loans, and this has really, we have a lot of testimonies that abound about that. So, and we are doing a lot to scale up, in terms of this Market Money, to bring in more SMEs into that space in order for them to enjoy this capital. So we are not, like I've said earlier, is to protect their dignity. Sometimes when you see people in suits walk into your shop, you believe that this person is only traditional, coming to take my. But we are not like that. What we just do is to understand their business, know what they do, know their challenges. We sit with them. If there's any challenge, if it's to restructure this facility, we do that. If we realize that daily repayments might be comfortable for you, so we try. We are very dynamic. We are very dynamic in terms of trying to restructure whatever the assets that they have in terms of trying to repay.
You did mention Market Money and how some of the users there, you are their first point of call when it comes to getting these kind of loans. But at the end of the day, it still seems quite risky on your part, giving out to some of them, because you don't really have their history. How do you manage that?
So and in terms of that, so we do we do micro loans. So, and the more loans that you do, the better for you in terms of, so we are not, the whole of our portfolio, we are not giving it to 5 customers. So you can give me a 1 million to invest now. I spread across over 40 customers. And don't forget, most of these people, they are they are traders. Traders that they earn their income, their revenue on a daily basis. So you don't wait till the end of the month to come collect your own, your own share of the cake. Right. So what you do, we stay with them, we stay close to them. We have boots on the ground that is doing all this. So it's not just about technology for these people. So in order for us to be able to avoid whatever pitfall that's all this advancing loan might create for us. So our risk management is very, very robust. So in terms of determining that.
All right. So let's also pivot back now, because financial inclusion requires reaching people outside the traditional banking ecosystem. Talk to me about how the technology, how it bridges that gap.
Okay. So thank you. So the approach that we went into, because you would understand that there are so many competitors, many people that are, almost everybody you want to talk to are having one technology or the other. They have access to one fintech or one bank. Correct?
Because it's quite interesting you mentioned that, because
Yeah.
I was trying to make payments at a local supermarket, recently, and the fintech account name they gave me, I've never heard about that fintech before. So it seems there are a lot of fintechs.
Awesome. So I'm going to get to that. So
right.
Now, well, we did some analysis, and then we also continue to do that. Like I said, in Digitvant, we use data to actually make decisions. A professor once said that we live in a data-generated generation. That means if you have to look at all data, you can actually make meaningful insight. So how this helped us, the first thing that you've done, even the customers that want to all go and meet. So we did the classification. The classification was actually subdivided into about 3. You have customers that are actually speculative customers. They come into your app and then probably they have enough already. They don't want to do anything, they are just watching. They open an account, they don't complete the process. Then tier 1, you give them all that they need to move forward, but they're just still watching. They want to be sure maybe you are an example of an institution that will just go fade away in the next how many minutes. Or they also want to be sure that all the things they have promised, that you are able to fulfill them. The second is the transactional customers, which the customers that in need in the supermarket, your most trusted app does not work. At that moment, the app that works, it was used. We have customers in that base. And then you have committed and loyal customers. Committed customers are customers that have enjoyed your service. So when we did the analysis, we saw that a lot of people don't even wear the garment of wherever fintech or banks that they use. They fall into any of all these 3 categories at any time. So what we have done is to ensure that we'll be your next closest body by the time your most trusted financial institution fail you. So make our service to be seamless. You make sure that when you do transaction, it's at immediate. So while we started, some people are at the level of speculation. Then the next thing we were doing was to make sure that we pull people from the first category to second category by throwing into them some of our promises. And then when they see the fulfillment of those promises, some of them move to transactional and some move to committed customers. The other levels that you now start to do, all these things have to be done based on the data that you have from customers.
Right, yeah. And definitely a lot of conversations about artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
This week, with Jitech. But run me through the key features.
Okay.
On the app.
Okay.
And how most of your users are able to navigate them, and what you're expecting to in the pipeline that would make the user experience more seamless.
Okay. So the features on the app, I'll first start with the generic. Everybody knows when you have a banking app, the first is to pay, receive money.
Right.
So we make sure we do that also. You can do your other things you can do with other banks on the app, but we'll ensure that you can also do it better. And what we'll do is, this is era of AI where you have AI agents. We had an agent to watch you, study your pattern, and give advice straight that is non-disturbing. Most people, when you have prompts on your phone, sometimes you don't want those prompts. You understand? So then most of the time what we'll do is to ensure that we study the way you are and then also give advice. And other features, we have savings products. We call it Colo. Colo Flex. We have Colo Flex, which is a flexible saving plan where you can withdraw at any time of your will. We have the discipline savings too, which is Colo Get. It's a target savings. You set a target and then you keep watching until you are able to fulfill your targets with competitive interest rates. And then also we have some other features like the people coming to the app loan feature is on its way. We have USSD, which is normal for people that are in cross-rural areas. Then we have features more like investments. Apart from the normal savings, we want to do investments. And then we'll have features that can better benefit people that are still coming to be released on the app. Especially we have the insight and then the research we conducted. A lot of people are asking for digital lending to be on the app, you understand, which we've been doing at the level that Rotimi described it. And we've seen a lot of success. And what we're doing is just we have done a lot in research and we just put all those things on the app. Right.
And I'm talking about, investments. Does it include stocks?
Yeah, definitely it will. Because the current one we're still doing, Save and Invest. The one that we'll have to do with stock and other brokerage on other layers, because we have several partnerships, several things that we'll do within the investment line, which but when it's concluded by the investment team, we have a lot within Digitvant. We have a lot of team, we have research team, we have
and
investment
Mr.
team.
Rotimi here.
He's head of
He's
investment.
investment. And definitely, we love our investments, at this point. But, Mr. Rotimi, talk to me about, the role you're playing, with financial inclusion, how you see your process so far. And, looking ahead, what you're seeing for financial inclusion in Nigeria and your role, the role you're playing in there.
Okay, so in terms of financial inclusion, so like I mentioned earlier, we are not elitist, so we recognize the fact that we have a lot of unbanked and underserved in Nigeria. So which is we have a lot of data, which is some are not accurate, but the fact remains that we have a good number of them, especially in rural areas. Even in the cities, few persons in the city centers as well. So what we are doing is to ensure that we deepen financial literacy. We also try to, like Tolu mentioned, make our account opening seamless, the customer journey quite seamless, because if it's cumbersome, a lot of people will be discouraged, to access the your banking service. So it's always better you make it as seamless as possible. 2 minutes is a long time, with what we have in Nigeria, in the global space today in terms of accessing financial service. So it's as seamless as possible. And it's about the people. We go to them. We ask for their issues, we assist them. We have agents that assist people, that provide this services for people, for them to be able to have a good customer journey with us.
And definitely, when you give a customer a good experience, they want to come back.
Yeah, they want to come back and give you a referral.
Exactly.
So,
And we love referrals. But thank you so much. It was great having this conversation with both of you. Rotimi Jujol as the Chief Investment Officer at Digitvant Microfinance Bank, and Mr. Tolu Lokpe, the Chief Technology Officer at Digitvant Microfinance Bank. Thank you both for helping us unpack this topic today.
Thank you.